An announcement from Arkansas football that we've been waiting all summer for, and I'm sorry, you guys, it's not the quarterback. We still don't know.
The fans have brought sleeping bags for warmth, and well, I've got a hat.
The only difference between me and Sam Pittman, he just signed 9 guys. I didn't.
Because who wouldn't be incentivized when you've got bling like this?
One of the new precautions is a pool noodle placed in each cup, so that when you hole out, you no longer have to pull the flag to collect your ball.
And it's a free Jersey Friday, which is not available for members of the media, as I've been told repeatedly. It was important to Stamps that he be introduced here, in front of the very floor that he walked on when he was a Purple Dog. Once you've picked your ball and bowled your frames, the competition fades away, and you begin learning about yourself, your friends, and life. Of the NBA draft. Lots of talk in Razorback circles about Mason Jones and Isaiah Joe. But first, we go back to the studio, and the man who could fire me at any moment, and on an unrelated note, looks younger every day, that's Bobby Swafford. Bobby?
It's time to switch gears, because Siloam Springs is in the building.
Accused of selling drugs. Police say they also found a gun in the apartment. We'll have all the highlights for you later in FFN, but first...
Back to you, Bobby!
Arkansas pulls another flop. A pro hog is the cream of the crop, and we're going to talk some shop about some high school football top stops. It's all coming up in a skip, jump, and a hop later in sports. The British royal family was in attendance at center court today, and let me tell you, if it's good enough for the symbolic figureheads of a faded monarchy, then it's good enough to show you here. Of course, I'm not here to tell you who the next coach is. There'd be a bit more hoopla if that were true. Once again, I'm here to tell you who it's not. That guy. Just remember while doing so, to always practice social distancing.
I was already really upset, and I kind of just broke down in the car.
September 20th, 2018 should have been a happy night for Parker Goins, as Arkansas soccer upset number 2 Texas A&M. But while her teammates celebrated, the star forward was at the hospital.
I thought I dislocated it or something, but I was in a lot of pain, so I kind of knew it was probably something more.
It's a tough one to watch. I had to look away from that one.
I got a text and they told me I tore my ACL.
Not what you want to see for Parker Goins or Arkansas.
Goins had faced adversity before.
I tore my Lisfranc ligament my senior year of high school, and just other things too, like when I hurt my ankle, all these small ones have prepared me to this big one.
She didn't wallow, instead attacking rehab and staying active with the team.
I kind of just had to learn to walk again. The next day I knew I had to move on.
We kept saying to her, just because you can't play, talk. You have a really bright soccer mind. You're a very good communicator. So I thought she did a really good job of helping us win, even though she maybe wasn't able to play.
I mean, I wanted to be out there, but I'm glad I got to contribute some way.
Goins! Parker has returned in 2019 with a vengeance, already racking up 5 goals and 6 assists, including a score in her first game back from the injury.
I mean, honestly, sometimes I forget I even tore my ACL, so I didn't even realize how exciting it was until afterwards, until someone said. But, I mean, it felt good.
At the end of the day, she rehabbed like a pro. Sometimes we have to kind of hold him accountable and stay on him a little bit, not with her. And I think it's paying off this season. She looks fantastic.
Her return has helped to spark one of the hottest starts in team history, and the Razorbacks aren't surprised.
This is real Arkansas.
It's surprising to everybody else. I mean, we know we can, and it's going to be a good season.
In Fayetteville, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports.
Celebrating a championship in basketball usually starts with a horn. But for the 2020 Farmington girls, that horn was a little different.
We got to do something. We can't just let it be anticlimactic. These kids deserve some type of celebration.
Started sending a text send your address to us. And I assumed that they were sending mail to maybe get a ring size or something like that. I didn't really know.
I was actually practicing again in my little gym, and he texted us that he's like, be ready.
Operation Netflix is about to begin.
Yeah!
We got, no, it's yours, you keep it.
And they were driving through honking their horn and then had their signs, and it was really special.
And to be able to just hear their voices in real life and not over the computer is so cool. It is huge. We have put in so much work in order to be here. And so to be able to see people that you consider your family and have the community surround you like that, it was incredible, absolutely incredible, and something I'll never forget.
In Farmington, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports.
Man, I wanted to punch him, right? You know, that was kind of tough.
Not exactly what you expect to hear when a coach reminisces about a championship. 2015, though, was anything but a normal state title run for the Bentonville Tigers.
If we go through that run, we win a state championship where the emotions are so high, and then Kurt pulls us in and wants to have a conversation.
Assistant coach Kurt Yarrington had been diagnosed with prostate cancer during the season, but didn't tell the team until after the championship.
Didn't want to ruin the mojo at that time because we were on a good roll.
Now cancer-free, Yarrington has looked for a way to give back, creating the annual Prostate Cancer Awareness Challenge game between Bentonville and Bentonville West, where he now works as the golf coach.
These kids all have dads and grandpas and uncles, so you know they can get that word out to them and have them get tested.
The Tigers won 7-1 and have now taken home the trophy all 3 years. But the final score felt secondary on Monday night.
Just maybe if he reaches one person, you know, it's well worth it. So anything that we can do to help him to make awareness of this is always a good thing. You know, to be able to support this like this, I hope that it grows and grows and becomes just a massive event in years to come.
In Bentonville, Tyler Cass, 5 News Sports.
We've spent a lot of time these days digging into just what the current Razorback coaches and athletes are doing during quarantine. But what about some former Hogs? Well, if you're Nick Brewer, it involves eating food, a lot of food, some might even say an excessive amount of food, and then broadcasting it live for all to see on Instagram. But the former long snapper isn't just destroying his stomach for entertainment. There's something greater going on here.
I was in so much physical pain, I could not sleep that night.
It started out with a tweet.
And I was like, I don't want anybody else to try and do this. This is not comfortable. It's not you shouldn't do this.
But from a haze of room temperature French fries and stomach pain, something greater emerged.
I got a lot of responses. We had people in New York City, in Los Angeles, in San Francisco, in London that sent me messages saying, hey, that was so much fun. I sat my family down to watch that in front of the TV. It was the best Friday night we've had during this whole month of quarantine. We ended up getting almost to $14,000 to have people just tune in and watch me shove cheeseburgers in my mouth for an hour.
So Nick set his sights even higher and enlisted former Razorback teammate Grant Cook to put their bodies on the line for the sake of the community.
And basically every week we'll be able to do a 3-course meal from local restaurants so they can kind of highlight their menu a little bit, show off, and we'll eat as much of it as we can, as quick as we can.
But nothing could prepare him for Friday night.
It's about a medium pizza size of panini. We got an excessive amount of waffle fries, and then your giant plate of barbecue nachos. Every $2,000 we raise, I am adding 1 pint, 16 ounces of beer. Grant will be adding, we also have 1 fried pie each. So Grant will be adding 1 fried pie.
We're doing good, baby. The anticipation has been just rising throughout the week.
And after a stirring duet from Frank Ragnow and Whitney Houston, it was time.
3, 2, 1. Here we go, baby.
As the night wore on, one thing became clear. The viewers reward pain, to the tune of nearly $20,000 raised for local charities.
Keep the money rolling in, because if the money keeps rolling in, we get these guys spinning and we can get them throwing up. And that's ultimately what we all want.
In the end, no one could claim victory, but with nearly $20,000 raised, there were certainly no losers.
Great job, guys. I'm proud of you guys. This was awesome. Very entertaining for a great cause.
Of course, we'll be sure to check in a couple weeks with Nick's next challenge. Until then, you can still donate all the money again going to local restaurant workers affected by the coronavirus layoffs. For more details, go to our website, 5newsonline.com.